Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and as the title of this video would suggest, yes, I am back talking about piano. I hope if you've clicked on this video that doesn't upset you. I am obviously a guitar-focused channel, but I would like to think that if piano doesn't interest you in the slightest, you won't be watching this video. But of course, if piano is something that is interesting to you, or learning more about music and learning to better yourself as a musician, thank you for checking this video out. So I have been a professional musician for well over a decade now. I've played and studied music for almost 20 years now. Music has been my passion for a very long time, and I have always slacked when it comes to learning to play the piano. So in December last year, I picked up the piano and started taking it incredibly seriously. It was my New Year's resolution, but I started a little bit early, and I've been having a great time. Now, I've had absolutely no private instruction. I've used a couple of apps, and of course, I put up a review of playground sessions on my YouTube channel a couple of months ago, and while I'm happy with the results I was getting, I wasn't happy with playground sessions as a service. Now, lots of you guys had reached out to me and asked if I would check out some alternatives to playground sessions, and it brings me great pleasure to bring you this full review of the website Pianote. So Pianote is, from what I can tell thus far, the best option. I'm going to put the end of the review right at the start. The best option on the market today for online piano tuition. I think it's an absolutely fantastic service, and really the only downsides of it are that it's a little bit more expensive than, say, playground sessions, but you're getting a lot more for your money. So what is Piano and why do I think it's so good? Well, actually, I should preface it by saying this review is not paid for in any way by Piano. I am a member of Piano. I paid for a membership on Piano, though Piano, when I mentioned to them that I am doing a review, they did extend my membership to give me a little bit more time to look around on the website and get comfortable with it. But I have not received any payment for this review. These are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. So, what is Pianote? Well, Piano is kind of a sister company to Drumeo. Now, if you have any experience learning drums online, which I spent a lot of time doing last year, you're probably familiar with Drumeo, Jared Falk's website. Now, Drumeo, I think, is the premier source for drum education online. I think it's a fantastic website, and the entire way that they engage with the student base, get you involved in things, and just the sheer level and quality of content that's being uploaded is second to none. So, knowing that Piano is a sister company to Drumeo really put a lot of confidence in the service that they were going to be offering. Now, before even checking out the website, I would encourage you to go and check out their YouTube channel, because their YouTube channel is absolutely fantastic, and it gives you a great idea of the quality of content, how well shot the videos are. Videos for the website are absolutely excellent. You will enjoy them. They look great. They're engaging, well presented, great views of everything. Explanations are tip top. So let's get into how you actually go about learning using piano. So compared to playground sessions, here is, I guess, depending on who you are, this could be considered a bit of a downside to piano. So unlike playground sessions, you do not plug your piano into an app in order to use this as a program. There's no playback feature, if you like. The thing I liked about playground sessions was the gamification of things. I could play along with the pieces, and it would measure my accuracy, and I would be graded, and I was earning experience points based on how well I was performing. Now, I did start to see the flaws in this because it wasn't a very accurate system for measurement, but I did still like that gamification side of things. With piano, you're not actually doing that. So while there are video lessons for absolutely everything on the website, which cannot be said for playground sessions, of course, video lessons are there for everything. So you are playing along with the teacher, and you are playing along with the practice tracks, etc., but you're not necessarily being graded. So there is a degree of an honours system, if you like, when you're working with piano. When you finish a lesson, you click that you have completed the lesson, and then that adds experience points to your profile, and you can see your profile grow. So generally speaking, it's nowhere near as accurate in terms of, measuring your progress. You can't really cheat your way through on something like playground sessions, whereas in theory you could cheat your way through in piano. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous. Who would want to learn an instrument and cheat themselves into, being able to say that you're good? Being able to say that you are good on a musical instrument is a very, very different thing to actually being good at the thing. So I don't actually think it's a downside. I am a big fan of the idea of being able to plug in and play along with the things and have things graded. But it's a slightly different service. So in terms of what Pianote does offer, there are, of course, song lessons, plenty of song lessons, and this was really the big game changer for me. The reason I love this as a website is because many of the lessons, certainly the newer song lessons, don't just come with what I would describe as classical piano arrangements. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some classical style piano. I've been working on a few pieces myself recently, most notably Moonlight Sonata. But really, the main reason I want to be able to take up the piano is because my girlfriend is a wonderful songwriter. She has a master's in songwriting, and I want to be able to back her up on the piano as well as I can back her up on the guitar. I want to be able to take the songs that she's writing and comfortably play them and experiment with them on the piano and revoice the chords and, bring songs to life. I want to be able to accompany a singer, and that's not something that currently is being offered on sites like Playground Sessions. But when it comes to piano, while there are those more classical style arrangements, and what I mean by that is playing like a chord progression in the left hand or playing chords in the left hand and melody in the right hand, it's a kind of very traditional way of practicing the piano. Piano also offers you more accompaniment style lessons, so chords across two hands and patterns that you would play within those hands in order to either sing yourself over the top of a song or have someone else sing. I spent a lot of time actually working on the Let It Be lesson on there and the Hey Jude lesson. I love sitting at my piano now and bashing out Hey Jude and singing at the top of my lungs, and then starting to look at songs like Yesterday. I do appreciate I keep mentioning Beatles songs. There are other songs, I promise. Those were just the ones that I spent a lot of time on. And yeah, really looking into some of the chord voicings in the accompaniment lessons was a real eye-opener for me, because it's one thing to just be able to learn to read and look at notation and play the thing that's notated. It's another thing entirely to be able to take a chord progression and comfortably be able to play through that chord progression without being shown, put this finger here, then put this finger here, and then put this finger here. I'm starting to get that sense of kind of ability, if you like, to find my own chord voicings, find things that work for me, and voice lead my own chord progressions. And sure, again, a lot of that has come from my experience as a musician, but a lot of that is now coming from the experience of a pianist showing me how they would go about stitching a chord progression together. So outside of that, there are a lot of other things available on Pianote. So one thing that's worth mentioning is the packs. Now, as a service, the idea for Pianote is that you are a paid subscribing member, but there are products that you can purchase if you do not want to be a paid member. And that's actually how I got my into Pianote. So they had a sale on, learned 500 songs in 5 days, or I forget the name of the course, but it was marked down from $99 to $1. And I was like, well, for $1, I'm happy to add that to my repertoire and look through it. With that $1 purchase, I also got a 30-day free trial to the full Pianote website. I thought this is a great opportunity for me to do a nice review of it. I have to be completely honest, I've not gone through all the packs. The only pack I have gone through is the De-Stupefy Your Left Hand. So that's focusing on getting some, confidence going on in my left hand. Because of course, I'm right-handed. You would think that my right hand is my dominant hand, therefore my left hand is very weak. But I'm a guitar player, so I use my left hand a lot. So my left hand isn't completely stupid. But I did want to put a lot of focus into my left hand. I did the entire De-Stupefy Your Left Hand course. If you were to buy that, you would pay, I believe it's $97 or $99. I think that price is a bit unrealistic. If you were to just purchase that, you'd feel it was quite lacking. There was, again, all great video content, loved every second of it, but it felt a little bit short in terms of how much you'd pay for it. But it's worth pointing out that you get access to all of those packs if you're a subscribing member anyway. So I don't really see those as things that you should consider purchasing on their own. I think the membership is the best value for money, and of course you're getting all of that with it. Now, the great new thing about Pianote in 2021 is the method that they have introduced. There are older foundational methods that they used initially to teach you, but now they're kind of, I want to describe her as the face of the company. I don't believe she's in any way an owner but Lisa Witt is a fantastic personality, a very engaging and very helpful, I would like to point out, very helpful teacher. I've been able to reach out to Lisa many times in working on this review with questions about things, and she always gets back to me, which is not something I could say about David Sides at Playground Sessions. So wonderful teacher, entertaining, and I just love listening to her teach. She's inspiring. She'll sing along with the things she's playing, and they have come up with a full method of learning to play the piano, which is absolutely wonderful. And if you are new to the site, as you can see, you're able to sort of start clicking through and finding where in the method you should start. But I believe that, you're probably best just starting at the very start of the method, just as I did. Now, as it currently stands, there are only 6. Potentially the 7th one has just unlocked parts of the method course, but from speaking to Lisa, they do plan to take that all the way up to level 10, which will be coming out, but I think she said end of May will be the final one of those. So there's a big, huge course there that will take you through everything you need to develop in order to consider yourself a proficient piano player. Now, that's not all that the website offers, of course. There are foundational courses, there are individual courses, all of the song lessons, quick tip videos, and I just point out that I think there's more video content in Pianote's video series on how to use piano than Playground Sessions has across the entire website. And of course, while Pianote doesn't feel the need to advertise having someone like Harry Connick Jr. on, they don't have Harry Connick Jr. teaching on the website. It feels that everybody that does teach on piano is a world-class piano educator, rather than needing to use somebody in order to pull you in, sucker you in, and then bait and switch you with somebody who actually isn't the person that you were initially advertised. Right, so let's get on to the thing that really sets this website apart. As a student of this website, the level of interaction that you will get to have with other students and the piano instructors is unparalleled. When I was using Playground Sessions, as I said, my main criticism is you are thrown into the pit and just told to get on with it. Good luck getting any sort of interaction from people that work at Playground Sessions. It just doesn't really happen. You can get your questions answered in the forums or in the Facebook group, but they're usually just being answered by slightly more experienced members. And to be honest, there's a lot of conflicting information that's presented. When I was watching videos of people that had been using that as a service, I was seeing terrible, posture things, the wrists hanging underneath the keyboard, like a real mess. And it just felt like if you really care about your student base, you would have somebody involved, you would have somebody at the site that can engage with your students. That's not a problem on Pianote. Every single month, they do a wide selection of student feedback videos. So you can submit your video content to the Pianote team, and they will do live videos where they look through your videos and give you all the feedback you need. There are multiple live lessons available over the course of the month, and there are multiple live question and answer sessions. You can get that immediate feedback, well, not necessarily immediate. If you happen to tune in for a live one, it will be immediate. But if you have questions, you can ask those questions, and you are going to get those questions answered by somebody that has some sort of gravitas. You do not want to be using some sort of method where you're asking a question and the answer is coming for somebody that has less piano experience than me. I wouldn't feel comfortable giving somebody advice on the right way to progress forward in their piano playing, and I have 20 years of musical experience, and I'm seeing people giving advice on Playground Sessions that can barely even get through the rookie boot camps. It's just astonishing, but that's not something that you would ever need to worry about with Pianote, because top quality video content, top quality interaction with the instructors, and top quality level of interaction among the community in general. Genuinely, I think it's a fantastic service. I cannot give it a more glowing review, and I can't really see myself ever not being a member. I just enjoy the overall vibe of things, the overall presentation. Everything looks good, everything feels good, and I'm feeling huge amounts of progress in my playing. And what more can you ask for? Now, just finally, I just want to say, while I talk about progress in my playing, I'm not going to go on the old, I'd expect progress because I've been playing a long time. We all know that already. But I will say that while I am using sites like Pianote, and I'm enjoying the content, I'm not using it as my sole source of education. So, in fact, the two videos that I've used in this review, clips of me playing some music from Final Fantasy and some music of me playing Moonlight Sonata, neither of those were taught to me by Pianote, right? Both of those came from music books. But, like I say, the focus, what Piano and to a degree Playground Sessions has given to me, is the technical ability. It's given me the confidence and the facility to feel that I'll be able to sit down with a book and start working out how to play those things. I received no video instruction on how to play Moonlight Sonata, but I had the notation there so I could work it out over a period of time. And like I say, I cannot thank Lisa and the team over at Piano enough for giving me the confidence to put videos, uploading videos of me playing the piano to my YouTube channel, to my Instagram. What is that all about? I've been playing the drums for a very long time, much longer than I've been playing piano. I don't think anybody's ever seen a video of me playing drums because it's not something that I would feel confident sharing, but I'm really starting to get that sense of wanting to share my progress with the piano, and I genuinely do hope that the passion that I'm showing for this is enough to have one of you guys out there get off your asses and go and learn something new. That could be on the guitar, or it could be a new instrument. It could be learning something like the piano, just bettering yourself. As I said in my last review, make 2021 your year. 2020 was awful, and I would love it. I would love it if this inspired somebody to go and do something. Finally, as a service, Piano, I believe it's about $197 for a year. So you're looking at less than $20 a month. I do think that's great value for money. Consider it, go for it. Why not? You know, absolutely nothing wrong with that price point, though it is worth keeping an eye out for any deals that they happen to have on, because deals do come up. And trust me, if you get a deal on this, if you pay full retail price for it, you've got an absolutely great deal. If you can get a better price on this, you are absolutely laughing, because as I say, I would be surprised if I find anything that inspires me as much as Lisa Witt and the team at Pianote have. Thank you so much for checking out this video, guys, and thank you very much to Pianote for inspiring me and keeping me moving forward learning the piano. You guys are absolutely awesome. Lastly, I just want to say a huge thank you to my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. I wouldn't be able to do these videos without your love and support. You know, just being able to spend a little bit of money in order, on a service so I can do a review for it, rather than having to reach out to companies and try and work on some sort of relationships with them. You're even seeing people do reviews that are paid for. None of that is going to happen on my channel, and it doesn't need to, because I'm getting support from you guys, which is incredible. So if you would like to check me out on Patreon, link is in the description. And if that doesn't suit, of course, you can always head on over to Amazon and check out one of my best-selling Amazon books. They keep the lights on, so thank you very much for checking those out. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please do let me know in that comment section below. I am more than happy to engage with you guys. I care about your development. Pianote cares about your development too. So get involved, let me know how you get on, and I will see you for another video soon. Goodbye.